No change in the field for Willis to bowl to Richards. Still 3 slips and a wide gully. No ball called. Richards off the mark with 4. Very, very close, but it's 4 runs. Gower was the fielder. Good piece of bowling, applauded there by the skipper. Found the outside edge of Richards' bat. "5,000 runs for Vivian Richards in Test cricket. Nice landmark for him. One of the greatest cricketers the world has ever seen. And more ominous for England is the fact that he's 14 not out at the close of play. 2 more runs added there to take the final score for the West Indies up to 53 for 2. And we pick up play now in the very first over. Derek Pringle is bowling. It's the second ball, and Vivian Richards is taking strike.
And in typical style, carve that away from round about middle stump, over mid-wicket for 4. Well, I thought Railingworth that Derek Pringle might have known that by now.
Well, I think he'll soon find out that that's not the place you can bowl at with Richards, and if he bowls a few more there, he'll suffer the same fate, I'm afraid.
And that's straight past the bowlers, a chase again for Foster. And no apparent effort in that shot, but it's racing away for 4 more. Little more than a forward push. Oh, well bowled. Didn't quite carry. Jeff Miller at first slip, finding that ball, pitching a good yard in front.
It didn't carry, which is sometimes happens on this wicket. It's a little bit too paced.
That's over the top of mid-off. Beautiful shot this time. Perfectly safe. No problem at all.
And there's no doubt that he was hitting this one over the top of there. That's where he intended to hit it, right in the middle. And I think I would say that Prindle's just about the right pace for Richards.
That's going to be fairly close too. We just got outside. But, I think Wright was quite short enough to play that shot.
No, I think on this wicket where the bounce is a little bit different, it probably wasn't quite short enough, and I think Bob was disappointed with this.
Well bowled. No, I retract that. The ball was good, but it was a no ball. One of many, many no balls that have been bowled, and that one produces the 100 for the West Indies. 19 of them in all.
Viv Richards. He's just called for a glass of water. And if you remember yesterday, of course, he had this tummy upset and didn't field after lunch.
Dennis Waits, who is the physiotherapist attached to the West Indian team. He's an Australian and a brilliant physiotherapist. He has those fellas as fit as any cricketers I've ever seen anywhere in the world at any time. Marvellous conditioner, and he's very highly regarded by them as well. He works full-time with the West Indies squad. We could probably do with him down in Australia. It looks as though Viv's okay now. He's going to have to face Ian Botham. 112 for 2, 44 to Richards, 25 to Gomes. Well, that's the sort of delivery that doesn't deserve a wicket, but you take it all the same. And it was only a matter of a couple of inches away from second slip there. .50 to Viv Richards. A good crowd here today at Edgbaston. And so there should be too if you have the chance to see the modern day master in action. 50 from 77 balls faced and 8 fours.
And that's just about how good a player he is. He's not in really very good nick, but he still collects his 50s.
That field setting will need a little adjustment because that was almost catchable by Gower, and yet it still went for 4. It beat Pringle, the man 3 parts of the way to the boundary.
So once again, it's Botham to Richards. And again, a very useful in-swing, a quite late swing there from Ian Botham.
This is quite impressive stuff, this. You can see how that ball swings late. But beating the leg stump. Very close to that.
Lovely stop. Have to hurry. Really is a magnificent feel of this Randall.
Just 7 more runs added to take the West Indies total at lunch up to 159 for 2. Gomes on 48 and Richards 66. A fine effort that from those two. Gomes timed the ball beautifully, placed it well, and Richards, although indisposed, played some magnificent shots. 1 or 2 of his defensive shots that went for 4 were quite frightening. Wouldn't have liked to have been out there bowling at him when he was doing that. The English bowlers worked very, very hard. They found the outside edge occasionally. They had appeals for LBW, and just every so often they managed to get past the outside edge. Good performance from them, but they still couldn't break through. And he's just been the perfect foil for Viv Richards. No one has seen that. Not necessarily because it went so fast, but they lost it in the crowd. The man at deep square didn't pick it up, nor did the man at long on. I think the bowler knew where it went. Beautiful stroke. Played 2 shots earlier today, defensive strokes, so went for 4 right off the middle of the bat. That is a magnificent hit without any apparent real effort.
Yes, and Viv is obviously looking now to hit the ball on the leg side. I think Nick Cook might be even worthwhile trying bowling over the wicket to both of them if he's going to persist with this kind of field setting.
This time Botham's called into play at deep square. Beautiful fielding. I won't say you never see that, but very rarely see Derek Randall miss anything. And it was certainly gettable. 202 the total now for 2 wickets. This pair have been together since the start of play and into yesterday as well. No one will say that.
Well, this is a fine shot, but again, it's halfway down the wicket, and on this wicket, you should not be getting pulled.
There it is. 100 for Vivian Richards, and a beautiful stroke with which to bring it up. It's a good innings. He's not been well. He's indisposed yesterday. Came out this morning and has played really well.
And again, it's a good shot, is this. Just a little bit too much width and slightly short, but it was a very good shot indeed, that.
Just managed to swivel that round very fine indeed. That's gone for 4-2. And the scoreboard rolling round to 235, a 200 partnership. And he's gone this time. Lovely catch there by Randall, and Richards falls. End of another really remarkable performance. 117 is made out of a total of 241 for 3. So that might just have straightened on him a little. And Cook picking up his wicket in his 16th over.
Yes, he gave this a little bit more air and got him to hit through the offside. In fact, it did just hold up a little bit. And that's the length you've got to be bowling on this wicket. You've got to pitch it up and make him come forward off the front foot. But a very fine innings indeed from Viv Richards.